I'm Karen Carbone. Welcome to Parks Plus. Today we're visiting Clemmy Johntree Park, a unique playground where children of all abilities can play side by side. Did you know that the Fairfax County Park Authority has an amazing adaptive recreation program for kids, teens, and adults with disabilities? From swimming to fitness classes and outdoor leisure, the FCPA's Adaptive Recreation Program is making a difference and providing life-changing experiences. Let's learn more.
So everyone, individuals with and without disabilities, have the right to participate in programs and have access to services. So for our residents in Fairfax County, we have programs, inclusive programs for all individuals, all ages, youth, all the way up through seniors. And then we also have adaptive programs where they're focused a little bit more on individuals with disabilities that are building skills, physical skills, social skills, mental, emotional, that they're able to participate in programs independently. So we do an overall disability training where we provide knowledge of the various disabilities from cognitive to intellectual disabilities, developmental disabilities, and physical disabilities. And then we also do simulation training, which is equally as important. And the big piece is the empathy piece. We focus on their independence and what their strengths and skills are, not their limitations.
So our biggest program that we currently have is our adapted aquatics classes, which have things for learn to swim as well as swim team competitions. And then we have other things like fishing, kayaking, hiking. We have adapted yoga and adapted sport and fitness classes. And also we have Riverside Connections, which does a 4-week program for kids to be outdoors, to do hiking, fishing, orienteering, and kayaking. So our programs allow these individuals to discover new interests, provide lifelong fitness and wellness opportunities. It also allows them to being able to connect with friends that are like them, doing the same things, enjoying the same things.
So in a yoga class, there's a variety of poses. We have a centering, then we have the poses and relaxation, and then the deep breathing at the end and meditation. For example, one of the poses is forward fold. In a normal class, I wouldn't cue as often, but with the forward fold here, I need to repeat the cueing the entire time and assist the students in adjusting their bodies and maybe using blocks if they can't reach down to the floor, etc. So the adapted yoga class that I teach has more cueing. It's at a slower pace. There's also a little bit more noise in the classroom, and the individuals need more hands-on to adjust their bodies to come in and out of the poses.
Sarah likes to be outdoors. She likes, physical activity, but it's hard for them to participate in a regular class. So by having this type of program and classes like that, she's able to get the physical input and be able to participate.
So our adapted sport and fitness class is kind of unique to where it does a little bit of exercises, and then they also kind of cover a sport each week. So it keeps it kind of fresh and exciting for the participants.
She loves the class. I mean, it makes her so happy because they're doing activities that are fun, and the guys who teach the class are really warm, and they just really like the kids so much. It's a great place for the kids to have a good time, make new friends, and find community. It's a great place for parents to get together and talk with one another.
My favorite thing of this class is to hang out with my friends. I get to play soccer with my friends, and then I get to have exercise.
I love basketball, stretch, the soccer.
I like the soccer, and I like to play basketball with Hannah.
Oh.
So today we're at Clemmy Johntree, which is a park that's really unique and kind of cool for kids with disabilities and without. So kids with all abilities can attend this park. It makes it easy for kids to move around on wheelchairs. All of the play features also are really connected nicely so that anybody with a wheelchair can navigate them, as well as other disabilities. And then we also have other parks and locations like Green Springs Garden that is set up to where a wheelchair can easily move through the garden and be able to enjoy the programs that they offer there. So one of our inclusive opportunities in the summer is Rec Pack. We have 4 inclusion sites. Those sites allow for kids with disabilities and without disabilities to attend with a lower ratio, and all of the staff at the Rec Pack inclusion sites are also trained in working with kids with disabilities, and so they can better support their needs, make sure that they have a successful and safe and fun summer in that environment. And that sometimes includes just providing them with accommodations or something like a leisure coach, which is more of a one-on-one support that can support them to be successful and have a fun summer within that camp. So the water mine is our water park at Lake Fairfax, and our special harbor is a splash pad at Lee District. And it just has a lot of cool water features that kids can kind of play around in with like sprinklers and things like that. And then the water mine has kind of like a pool area, water slides, and a lot of really fun things that you would expect at a typical water park. But we will provide families of kids that have sensory issues or needs an hour where they can come and enjoy the park or the splash pad in a more quiet environment where it won't be open to the public, and it'll just be for them to come that time with their families, and then they can enjoy that feature without public coming in and making a lot of noise and things like that. It's more of a quiet environment for them to enjoy the experience. These programs are necessary because Fairfax County Park Authority is committed to providing access to opportunities for all of its community members, and so our adapted programs provide an opportunity for customers with disabilities explore opportunities and interests within the county in an environment that is set up for them to be successful because of the staff that they have and the way that we set up our classes.
When people with disabilities are given the opportunities to enjoy outdoor activities, it can open up their world in a whole new way. Let's take a look at how the Riverside Connections class at Riverbend Park is giving kids with disabilities a close-up view of nature.
So the Riverside Connections program is an adapted outdoor recreation program that Riverbend Park and the ADA and Inclusion Office developed in 2014, and we offer it usually in the spring and fall season for participants with disabilities. And the adapted class has a lower student to teacher ratio so that we can provide more support for our participants that might have special needs. So this 4 weeks throughout our various activities that we do, such as kayaking, fishing, hiking, archery. So the archery class today, we were using a closed off area that was separate from the other parts of the park. We, instead of using traditional points, we had some rubber stoppers on there. Picnic shelter was a fantastic venue for the archery since we have a nice barrier and we can have people that are able to keep their safe distance, and then only having one arrow out so that everybody's taking responsibility and everybody's communicating with the group. So it's a skill that uses some fine motor skills to develop. Everybody needs practice with different things, but we're able to have a little bit smaller group and break down some of the steps so everybody can have a positive experience and try to do archery in a nice, controlled, safe setting.
We enrolled John about 6 years ago, and it's helped John in that he's built up outdoor skills and social skills that has now enabled him to go to a 4-week camp in the Poconos in Pennsylvania, and I think he picked up a lot of his skills here.
My favorite activity today was archery. We're shooting bow and arrow.
For fishing, we might have a little bit more space and less people fishing in one area, just because fishing hooks could be an issue. They're very small, yet they could be a safety issue. So we spread out a little bit. Sometimes we're taking turns. So fishing can sometimes be very complex, but if we start very simple and add to the complexity, it can be enjoyed in many, many different places other than Riverbend Park. So introducing people to wildlife in the areas and educating them is really important. So sometimes people are afraid of wildlife, maybe because it's misunderstood or they don't know too much about it, and they're really good to educate the public. And then we were able to take one of the painted turtles that we have and feed them as well, which I think is very cool. So getting up close and feeding them with some pellets and then also some live worms. Participants, I think they had a very good time enjoying. The best part of my job is connecting with people. I have a lot of experience and knowledge about some of the things that we have at Riverbend Park, and I'm able to share those experiences with people with special needs.
The Park Authority is making a splash with its adaptive swimming program for kids, teens, and adults. The program offers swimming and aquatic exercise classes and training for the Special Olympics and Paralympic swim team competitions. Let's take a look at how these aquatic exercise classes at Audrey Moore Rec Center are helping kids with disabilities achieve their personal best.
3, 2, 1, go, 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 go! Go, 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 go! Breaststroke, breaststroke. So this is a swim class that's really unique to Fairfax County that we call adapted aquatics. And the real principle there is that we are adapting to the needs of the swimmer. And they're unified in one thing. They want to learn how to swim. And we're there not only to teach them how to swim, we're there to teach them how to compete in swimming. So they're going to learn how to turn, they're going to learn how to start, and they're going to learn how to be successful.
Go, freestyle!
So at Audrey Moore Recreation Center, we have 3 hours of classes ordinarily on Saturday, but your 12 o'clock class are just beginning. As they elevate, they'll elevate to another class, which is better, and then finally the 1 o'clock class, which is at a pretty high level of swimming. So the 1 o'clock class is sort of well known in Northern Virginia because we have such a large program, and so many of them, like Elizabeth Klein, started out in the equivalent of a 12 o'clock class and then elevated.
I was 8, and my coach John teach me how to swim, and this is my 18th year.
So I've been coaching over 20 years now, and Elizabeth Klein was one of my very first swimmers.
He's very helpful, and he's very awesome coach, and I love him.
So I saw her not being able to swim a stroke. I saw her full of energy and full of enthusiasm and just a delightful human being, but at the beginning of the journey that has led her through, now all the way till international competition, and we've been together now for that entire time of several decades. But I've watched her grow as a swimmer, but I've also watched her grow into just a wonderful human being, and now she's been quite successful.
I love freestyle and butterfly.
She has now swam in a number of state meets. Not only has she swam, but at several different times she has won the overall state meet in her event. And she's done that a number of times now, and which makes her the best swimmer in some of her events in all of the state of Virginia. But that's not how she progressed, and it's not what we emphasize on our team. We emphasize your personal best. We emphasize that every day, every meet, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to win, but not always are they going to win. Not always did Elizabeth Klein win. What we wanted her to do is her personal best at every single time, because that's what we're emphasizing. Some of our swimmers will never win a meet. Some of them will never win their heat. But we congratulate and we celebrate if they swam their personal best.
I started volunteering when I was, I think, in high school. I'm usually in the pool with the students, helping them out, working on different strokes, helping them one-on-one, and teaching them how to do the proper kicks, how to do the right arms for the different strokes.
3, 2, 1, go, 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 go! This is an award-winning program for Fairfax County. We make them part of a real team. We holler at them, we scream at them, we're pushing them the whole time there, because every one of them has that ability in their life to really be successful in something, and they're successful in swimming. So without that, there would be a hole in their lives. I'll tell you one other thing we do. The average practice for our swimmers, they're swimming about a half mile to a mile in that practice.
I would encourage everyone to volunteer. It feels so good to be able to see these athletes over the weeks just come back and improve so much. They're all, like I said, they're all so happy to be here every week. It's such a good feeling, and there's a lot of them, so we definitely need the volunteer and the support that we can get. So anyone that's willing to come out and help us out here would be amazing.
Well, that's it for our show today. We hope you enjoyed it. For more information about the Park Authority's Adaptive Recreation Program, please visit our website or visit Park Takes online. See you next time.